Listen, we have to talk about what's going on in the Sean Diddy Combs trial. We also have to talk about the secret evidence that the prosecution not only has found, sorry guys, I'm gonna try to get good light, that the prosecution has not only found, but these eyebrows are on heavy, that the prosecution has not only found, but the prosecution actually once brought into court. Good morning, everybody. We are right outside the courthouse. You know we're following this case all day, every day. We will be on Spatterable Friday at 7:30 p.m. to take questions and answers and answer any questions that you guys might actually have about what's going on in the case. We're also it's going to be a weekly recap where we're going to answer all questions, and it's going to be an open forum where you can actually get in and talk. Don't forget, we are on Nancy Grace. Descriptions, links to everything will be in the bio. ABC Live, catch us there. Also catch us on Nightline. Also, we are doing pieces in the Hollywood Reporter, so make sure you check them out. All links and descriptions will be in the box. But let's get into this secret hidden evidence. If you guys don't know, I did a video last night about this secret hidden evidence and the way this spells the end of Diddy's case. Now, some people are in the comments talking about, well, you know what? I have to disagree with you because I don't think this and that. And that's cool. But you guys realize this isn't me giving my opinion. This was actually me giving 100% what is going on with the prosecution. The prosecution, right, listen, the prosecution filed this paperwork. The prosecution did all that. The prosecution are the ones that says that this evidence, it was hidden. Diddy doesn't want to bring in Diddy doesn't want to bring in the evidence, even though it sounds like he thinks it's good, and the fact that the prosecution thinks this is bad for Diddy and they want this evidence brought in, but more importantly, they want to get him on obstruction of justice. Let's also not forget, everybody's saying, where's the RICO? I don't see it. They don't see it through the arson. They don't see it through the kidnapping. They don't see it through the beatings. They don't see it through this. They don't see it through that. Which, by the way, I do want to point out for everybody that is a naysayer, y'all know that unlike Cassie, Jane Doe got a 100%, and I mean 100% claim on DV and a bunch of other stuff. And unlike Cassie and everybody else, Jane Doe's statute of limitations has not expired. If Diddy thinks he's getting away with what he did to Jane Doe, he has another thing coming. He is going to pay. He is going to pay for that. Anyway, y'all, let's get into this secret evidence, okay? We can call it device 1, okay? Now listen, why is this evidence? If you guys don't know, the feds raided Diddy's house, okay? When they raided his house, they were supposed to take everything. But with a raid, they don't just say like, yo, no, it's not a game of hide and seek. The feds also say anything that we overlooked, we respect a subpoena. We have a warrant for all electronics, including, but not limited to, iPhones, tablets, communications, any and all. If we missed anything, if we miss anything, it is your responsibility to give us anything we miss. They raided the mansion. For some reason, they missed the phone. Now, some people say the feds for setting them up. Baby, okay, right? I don't think they would do that. I think for whatever reason, they actually missed the phone. Now, around the time that raid happened, KK, who is Christina Corium, who is Diddy's right-hand brain, according to Jane, who is Diddy's everything. KK, right? KK was not talking to Diddy because the raids had just happened. She didn't know what she was going to do. A lot of people think that she might have actually flipped on Diddy, right? A lot of people think that she might have flipped on Diddy. Nobody knows what was going on that time. However, KK, it is proven through these court documents and through Diddy's own voice note, which had a voice note confession, we'll get into that KK actually was cutting Diddy off. And Diddy was begging her. She went dark with Diddy for like a little while, and he was begging her to communicate. He was doing that by saying, can you give me Tinny's number? Diddy doesn't need Tinny's number. Diddy knows Mark Garrigos' number, and Tinny got a law firm. So I think he was just using this as an excuse to actually talk to KK to see if she was flipping. Diddy is very much, help me, I need you. He was even doing that with KK. Okay, so left KK a voice note. I'm going to summarize saying, hey, what's up? I found this phone. You're not going to believe it. It's about me and female one at a party. There's a lot of good evidence in here. And some people are like, judging by the voice note, okay, this is all in the federal court documents. This is not me giving, my sources are on record. They are the federal court dockets, right? GS Squad, thank you so much for the super chat, right? But let me get to this because we're going to go into court really soon, right? So anyway, he didn't need her to do this. Anyway, he did not give those electronic devices over. Now, how did they find that out? Because people are saying that the government later became aware of this device that should have been turned over back in the day. What was that device? Well, I was talking to Jamie and she makes a good point. Remember that iPhone from the hotel raid, the day he got arrested? And there was an iPhone they actually took pictures of. People are saying that that is the iPhone. That is the 100% iPhone that should have been put on in the raid. When the feds found that, they found the voice notes, they found the text messages, they found everything, okay? The feds are hot, the feds are mad. But I also want to say that Diddy is a master of manipulation. Some people are saying, this sounds like Diddy thinks this is good evidence. If he thought this was good evidence, he would have downloaded everything and he would have turned that phone into the feds. The fact that he didn't, the feds are saying you couldn't think that's good. Now let's get into the legal implications, right? Why is this device, which is a phone, we're calling it device one, so significant? It's extremely significant because device one was suddenly found months after the original raids. And Diddy seemed to believe it could be a game changer. This could be a big breakthrough. He even put that in there. And a voice note to staff one, which many people are saying is KK, Diddy said he didn't delete anything from the phone, implying it could hold incriminating or exculpatory evidence related to female Run, a romantic partner during the charged conspiracy period. Now, I do want to say this. If there was exculpatory evidence, which is evidence that would help him on that phone, Diddy would have 100% saved that, and then he would have moved into doing whatever. The fact that Diddy, right? The fact that Diddy did not do that leads me to believe this evidence is not good to him, right? So, listen, could you say, just to be fair, that Diddy thought he found helpful evidence? Now listen, Diddy, according to the messages, clearly believed device one might help him based on his excited tone in the voice memo, right? And the way he emphasized the phone just came up and had a lot of stuff on it that could be significant. But here's the twist. The government already has it. They knew about device one by tracing Diddy's own words and image in a later seized phone, device two. Then they demanded device one's production, all right? So they knew about device one, right? And then they knew about device one through device two. So in that case, they literally did see that Diddy was playing games. Now hear me out. I think that what Diddy was saying in that voice note about it helping him was all cap. You got to remember that KK had gone dark on Diddy. She used to be his beck and call. KK, if that's who we're talking about, had gone completely dark on Diddy. Diddy, you'll see from the testimony, is the master of luring people in with promises, with this, with that. He needed to make sure that KK wouldn't flip. What's the best way you make sure that somebody doesn't flip? To say you found all this evidence and guess what? This is all gonna go away. So stay by my side because this is gonna blow over. Just because Diddy said and this is the thing with Diddy, a person like Diddy, you have to see past his words and you gotta look at his actions. His words are telling KK, somebody that has gone dark on him, and somebody like radio silent, and someone that he is concerned that is flipped. His words are saying, okay, KK, good. Look, we found all this evidence, girl. And he's even in the voice notes being like, yo, I don't got time for this. Can you please call me? Can you just give me Tenny's number? As if KK's the only person that got, as if Tenny Garagos is like somebody off of Silk Road and nobody knows how to get in touch with that girl. Tenny got a law firm. You know her mama, her dad, her brother, her sister. Come on now. Right? It was just an excuse. Again, a man like Diddy, you gotta look at his actions, not his words. His words are trying to draw KK in, saying, don't worry, this will blow over, you don't have to worry about a thing. But his actions, the fact that he didn't give that phone to the feds, the fact that he tried to hide that evidence, the fact that he kept it hidden, his actions show that he didn't think that phone was gonna be good for him. Again, he could have downloaded everything and gave it to them. Why would you risk an obstruction of justice charge and other stuff for evidence that would help you, for videos that would help you? Again, stop listening to Diddy's words. He lies to everybody. According to his mama, he even lies to himself. Remember when Janice Combs was like, he can't tell the difference between truth and lies? Stop listening to what Diddy says and look at his actions. His actions show that he did not think that there was anything good on the phone, because who hides good evidence? Who hides evidence that could go in front of the grand jury that could get you off on charges so you wouldn't be sitting here with victim 1, 2, 3, 50 or whatever, okay? Now, hold on, let's get back into this. 1 second, all right? So that is why this evidence, right? That is why this evidence is so bad. Now, the feds are saying two things. One, this evidence is not doing you any favors. I'll go live later on to go in detail because I want to get through this so I don't leave y'all on a cliffhanger. And then we'll get into the nitty-gritty. I think tonight I'm actually going to go through the court documents because some of y'all think I'm making this up and like giving my own opinion when these are actually federal court documents. Why would the feds be trying to push for evidence that's good for Diddy? Like, can y'all stop? I don't understand. Diddy is a known liar. He knows how to twist words. And people are still like, well, he said it's good evidence. Yeah, I know. But the devil said, if you give me your soul, I promise you eternal happiness. I mean, try it. Take the deal. I don't know. Diddy did. You see the way that's working out for him, right? But anyway, so the government is saying two things. One, you hit the phone. Okay, we know you hit the phone because we got device 2, and through device 2 we saw what you hit on device 1. So we've been known about this and we've just been watching you, okay? And you didn't file a court order. You have the phone, you didn't turn it in. That is 100% what? Obstruction of justice, okay? It is look, there go Mel watching the world. There go Mel watching the world. What's up? We got Mr. YouTube star, Mr. Pundit in the background. What's up, Mel? So listen, back to what I was saying, right? The government is saying, one, you hiding this device. And I don't give a damn that Diddy told KK in the voice note, oh, look, this is so great for us. Because its actions show it did not. Hold on, let me put my phone into a charger. Hold on, I'm taking y'all on a walk with me, okay? But two, the government is saying you knew what happened with the search warrant. You knew what we wanted. You knew what we expected. Why, pray tell, did you not do it, right? Why? And the government is saying we don't care why you didn't do it. The point is you didn't do it. And the point is because you didn't do it, that is an obstruction of justice charge. That obstruction of justice charge might be one of the reasons why his bail was denied. Remember they said obstruction of justice? Again, you got to look at the RICO charges. You only need 2 underlying predicate. The predicate are criminal charges. Of course, sex trafficking, murder, arson, burglary, that's it. Diddy, there's like maybe 12 predicate crimes. Diddy's already committed 9 of them or being accused of them. The obstruction of justice is a heavy charge. And the prosecution does not take it lightly. Because if people start thinking they can just hide evidence, if people just start thinking they can just do whatever they want, do with what that will or whatever that demonic saying is, right? If they start thinking that, then that's what will actually happen. Look at the sun shining in. Okay, right? Let's see. Okay, there we go, right? That's what will actually happen. 2, the feds are saying that they want, and this is how you know that evidence is not good for Diddy. The feds want 2 things too. They want everything that's on that phone, they want it admitted into evidence. They want to be able to hold it against them, okay? In a June 9th letter, they said, we are 100% using this mess, right? Diddy's team, regardless of his voice note to KK while she was hiding and he was trying to make it seem like he wasn't going quite down so much, is saying, no. You cannot use it because it is attorney-client privilege. It is privileged information and you cannot use that, okay? Now the feds are saying, excuse me, first of all, this evidence is bad for you. That's why you're fighting to keep it out of. And it's not just the obstruction, it's what's actually on the hidden phones, right? And they found out about the hidden phone. It looks like through the hotel raid, and when he got arrested, that hotel raid found device 2, and device 2 had all the voice note and the stuff. He must have maybe forwarded it to himself, linking it back to device 1. And the feds were looking at the device list and they were like, wait, where's his device? You were supposed to turn in everything. What's going on? Okay? Again, Diddy thought he was smarter by half. He thought he could outsmart anyone. But the evidence on the phone, despite Diddy's voice note, again, with Diddy, look at his actions, not his words, right? The voice note, and all the evidence on the phone, the feds are like, hell yeah, we gonna use it. You know what? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, we gonna use this. Thank you. Diddy is now fighting, saying, no, this is privileged information. Now the feds are literally looking like, what the hell? What the hell? What the hell? How is this privileged information? He's trying to get the attorney-client privilege. What is the attorney-client privilege? It's one of the oldest doctrines of jurisprudence. Anything you communicate with your attorney, except for if you are actively committing a crime and the attorney is aiding and abetting, is 100% protected, okay? That is one of the reasons why Jane's testimony in large part has been restricted, because Diddy had Jane in meetings with him because they were in a relationship while he was taking meetings with his attorney. So anything they discussed, anything they talked about, she cannot talk about in court because the attorney-client privilege. Again, there's a reason why Diddy was keeping her close, and it wasn't, I'm just trying to get this, okay, fine, the sun will be over there. There's a reason why he's here keeping that woman close, and it wasn't just because he loved her, he's this, he's that. Okay, so jump into the attorney-client privilege. On June 9th, the feds filed a document. That was on Tuesday. Let's not forget, Tuesday, the court ended early. Wednesday, there's been something going on all week. And on top of that, Diddy's team, even the Cross, has been like walking on like eggshells. It's been weird energy. I think this might be why. What did they say to the court filing? They said, Your Honor, 100% this should actually come through, right? 100% this could come through because there is no attorney-client privilege. Why? Because he did not call his attorney. He called his assistant. He told the assistant what was on the phone. Right now, it could have been a lie, but the point is you describe what was on the phone. First of all, this is your assistant that works for you, right? So where's the attorney? If it was the attorney's assistant, okay, maybe. But you told them what was on the phone. You told her what was on the phone. You described it. In that description, you did not ask for legal advice. You did not ask for legal counsel. And again, asking for legal counsel, it's like, what do you think I should do legally? Not, yo, can you give me Tinny's number? Because at that point, I don't even think, well, no, Tinny was his lawyer by then. But the point is, you literally chasing your assistant down and calling her a million times, asking for a phone number that you yourself have and that is publicly available, right? This is all before he was arrested, so he had all the minutes on his AT&T. He had all the minutes on his Sprint that he wanted, right? He wasn't fighting for jailhouse minutes. You texting your employee over and over again, talking about what you found, blah, blah, blah. You didn't even say what you should do. You didn't even say, oh my God, well, there was a search warrant. Do you think I need to give it to a feds? What should we do legally? No, he was just talking about what was on it. Again, this is a clear violation of attorney-client privilege because there was no attorney involved. They're not talking about any communications with his attorney. They're talking about communications with his employee. And again, for everybody saying, I heard about the phone and Diddy said it was good for him. Diddy said a lot of things. Diddy said he was innocent. Diddy said he did not do any of those horrible things he's being accused of. Diddy said a lot of stuff. That man is a liar. You need to look at people's actions, not their words, when it comes to men and women, people, demons, antichrist, like Diddy. Do you see what I'm saying? That's what's going on. Also, you guys, listen, we're going to be out here every day in the courthouse. I'm going to step the lives up, even in the evening. We're in the final thing. But, I thought about it. I'm not going to turn. I'm not going to ruin this sprint. I'm not going to ruin this sprint by literally slowing down. We are getting a second gust of energy. We are getting a second wave of energy, and we are 100% going to see the finish line. Also, don't forget, you guys, I'm going to be Friday on Audible, 7:30. It's going to be an open house. The link will be in my bio. You don't have to have an account to listen. If you want to talk, just sign up. It's an app. Sign up, see how you like it, right? Keep it, don't keep it. But I think, every week start doing a weekly recap where I let you guys, it's going to be like a Twitter space, a town hall, where you guys can ask me any questions, but we can also debate and talk and do all that fun stuff. So it won't be so one way. We'll literally be in a room, all right? Consider it like phase one of my talk show or a town hall, okay? Now let's get back into all this mess, right? Going through this, right? Also, right? Listen, again, would this be used at trial? Absolutely. The government said, I have notes. It seems the government is already preparing to use the evidence, and they're fighting to prevent Diddy from hiding it under attorney-client privilege. They're arguing that the text and voice notes to its alleged KK were not privileged. KK acted like a personal assistant or a telephone operator, not someone transmitting legal advice. Even asking for his lawyer's number isn't protected unless it's involved the actual legal substance, and that substance wasn't shared with the lawyer at that point. Okay, so if he had already shared this with his lawyer, and then he was just asking his assistant, who's alleged to be KK, to be the in-between, then you could say it was privileged because she's acting at. Hey, good morning. Say. She's acting, I'm gonna have to go in soon. She's acting as an extension of him because she's the attorney. But saying as that's not what's happening, he can't even claim that, right? Listen, they said that unless a judge sides with Diddy on privilege, which every legal person says is very, very doubtful based on precedent, this material is likely to be used at trial. This would explain why Diddy is like, yo, we can rest. The prosecution is like, we're going to rest by early next week. Cindy Marbury, thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, sorry, that's mine. Sorry about that. All right, thank you. So anyway, right? You need me to get that out your way or I'm good? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so that's what's going on. My bag's in the way, and I'm in the courts. Listen, I'm here before the court opens up, so I'm in all the court people's way. They're trying to open up shop, and I'm in all their way. Hold on, y'all. I think they're about to bring in the public line. I'm gonna have to go in. All right, y'all. I'm about to go in. I'll see you on live later. We can talk about everything. I'll talk to y'all later. Wait, hold on. Are we going in? Let's see. Let me read. Let me read a little bit more before we go in. Now, some people are saying, could this have been a trick? Oh, wait, we're going in. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.